Guys, Crypto Mario, this is part two of the most famous 69 invention that was created and why I think cryptocurrency will be one of them that also being accepted now. A lot of people don't know the use of it, where to use it, how to buy it. A lot of people are skeptical about it, but once people start doing their own research, their own due diligence, crypto also will be accepted. All right. Because all the stuff that I mentioned in part one, and I'm going to continue with part two, were once invented, and I'm sure it wasn't easy for people to accept it. But again, now they're in full use. All right. So the last one we had was the barcode in 1974, a 10 pack of Wrigley's Juicy fruit chewing gum is the first product to integrate the usage of barcode technology when it's scanned at a grocery store in Ohio. That was the last one from part one. I'm going to try to at least read the first two lines so you have an idea what is it about, why, when it was created, right? 1975 global warning, not invented but introduced to the lexicon in its modern sense of man-made climate change. The journal Science published a paper by geoscientist Wallace Walker. Are we on the brink of a pronounced global warming? And there's a lot of new words too that's not in the dictionary, that's being made, created, and sometimes my kids when they speak, I have no idea what they're saying. It's some slang language. I have no clue what's going on, so I have to ask them, what do you mean? They create their own words, they talk to each other, they understand each other. When it comes to me, I have no idea. 1976 supercomputers, the gray one, the first commercially developed supercomputer, is installed in the Los Alamos National Laboratory. It's the first supercomputer to successfully implement vector processor, a system that allows a single operation to quickly be performed on a large set of data. Of course, I'm not going to read the whole thing, just to give you an idea what they're talking about. 1977, personal computer. The Apple II, Commodore, Commodore, PET, and Radio Shocks, TRS-80, are introduced in 1977, 4 years before IBM, soon to become synonymous with the term PC, unveiled its personal computer. I read the whole thing for that one. Okay, 1977. Okay, and 1978, GPS, the first satellite in the modern Navstar Global Positioning System, GPS, is launched. The GPS precursor Transit was developed in the early 1960s to guide nuclear subs. It is not until the year 2000, though, that President Clinton grants non-military users access to an unscrambled GPS signal. All right. Bear with me, it's a lot more. 1979, Sony Walkman, Walkman. That's some radio they had. This is the product that will satisfy those young people who want to listen to music all day and everywhere they go. Okay, Walkman, 1979. All right, and we have 1980. Cobalt oxide cathode, cathode, and it's a Samsung. And let me read the first two lines to see what is it about. John Bannister Goodenough invents the cobalt oxide cathode, a crucial component of excuse me, excuse me guys, lithium ion batteries, the rechargeable and portable batteries that are now in every smartphone, laptop, and electric vehicle. In 2017, the 94-year-old Goodenough, apparently deciding that his last invention wasn't good enough, announced that he's come up with a new glass-based battery with even better storage capability. This is amazing. Where you going, Papa? As he needs his brush. 1981, scanning tune line microscope. By moving the needle of the scanning tune line microscope STM across a surface and monitoring the electric current that flows through it, scientists can map a surface to the level of single atoms. The STM is so precise that it not only looks at atoms, it also can manipulate them into structures. The microscope's development earns IBM researchers Gerd Bining and Enrich. Oh, let me spell that. Enrich Warwer a Nobel Prize and helps launch the emerging era of nanotechnology. That word is HEINRICH, enrich. ROHRE, a Nobel Prize. All right, guys? It's a lot. It's a lot. 1982. Computer viruses. 15 years old Rich Skrenta creates an application called ELK Cloner as a prank and ends up creating the first virus to spread outside its home network. ELK Cloner spreads via floppy disk and attaches to the Apple OS 2 operating system. When users boot from the disk, ELK Cloner transfers the computer memory. Any additional disks inserted without rebooting are also infected. Wow, isn't it amazing? Okay, 1983, Microsoft Word. Multi-tool Word, the precursor to the Microsoft Word text editing program, makes its debut as free copies are bundled with the November issues of PC World. Unlike most contemporary rivals, Words is designed to be used with a mouse and features the ability to undo typing and to display bold, italic, and underlining text. Thank you for all that. Make my job easier. 1984, DNA fingerprinting. Molecular biologist Alec Jeffreys devises a way to make the analysis of more than 3 billion units in the human DNA sequence much more manageable by comparing only the parts of the sequence that shows the greatest variation among people. DNA, okay? 1984. So again, the purpose of doing all this, go back for all these inventions, is because one day crypto will be accepted just like all these other things that's been accepted and making our life so much easier. 1985, polymerase chain reaction. Biochemist Kary Mullis invent a technique that exploits enzymes in order to make millions of copies of a tiny scraps of DNA quickly and cheaply, no matter how small or dried out a blood stain is. Forensic scientists can now gather enough genetic material to do DNA fingerprinting. That's amazing. So they should be able to delete all those diseases that's out there. If you can do so much with DNA, copy the genetic, why you cannot erase all those disease killing people, cancer, HIV, all those sexual transmitted disease, all those things are destroying the human being? Why you cannot make copy of the previous DNA and do something? Come on. It's so many smart scientists out there. I'm sure they can do something. 1986 electronic mailing list. Eric Thomas develops list serve the first automated mailing list management application. Before 1986, people had to be manually added or removed from a mailing list. All right, 1987, Prozac. Prozac becomes the first in a new class of FDA-approved antidepressant called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which block the reabsorption of the mood elevating neurotransmitter serotonin, thereby prolonging its effects. All right, that's a medication, Prozac, and it was created in 1987. Okay. Let's see what else. That could be a part 3 because it looks like a lot, and I don't want you guys to sit for 30 minutes, 1 hour watching that. Okay, 1988 internet virus. Grad students Robert Morris illustrate the vulnerabilities and remotely connected computers with the release of his virus known as the Morris worm on November 2nd, as opposed to Rich Squinter's ELK cloner. The worm doesn't require any sort of hardware for transfer. 1989 World Wide Web. And 1989, Sir Tim Berners-Lee creates hypertext markup language HTML to make web page and the uniform resource locator URL to identify where information is stored. Thank you for the invention. Thank you for all the smart people that put it in paper, say, I'm going to do something with it, whether it's good or bad. Because all the viruses they created, I'm sure that was not good, but somehow they get credit for it. 1990 Photoshop. Today, there are thousands of apps that make our digital lives easier, but none are quite as useful as Photoshop. First developed in 1987, the mega popular photo editing software wouldn't release its first commercial version until 1990. Well, the Kardashian got to say thank you to them because they Photoshop everything. I'm trying to be shady. 1991 Linux, Linux, in an early web world dominated by Microsoft and Apple, Linux was a new and powerful idea. Originally released on September 17, 1991 by Linus Torvalds, the operating system, including the Linux kernel. Okay, I can't read the whole thing. It'll take too much time. 1992, IBM Simon. On November 23rd, 1992, IBM debuted a weird little prototype at a Comdex in Las Vegas, Nevada, although it wouldn't be sold in the US until 1994. The IBM Simon proved a commercial failure, but really the idea was just way ahead of its time, as many people consider the Simon to be the world's first smartphone. Okay. 1993, fuel cell vehicle, FUEL cell vehicle. The fuel cell goes back more than 150 years, and the first fuel cell vehicle, a 20 HP Trader, is built in 1959. But it isn't until 1993 that a Canadian company, Ballard Power System, demonstrates the first zero emissions fuel cell bus. If you guys want to know more about this invention, just go to Google and put the 69 famous invention that was invented. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. It's already hit 15 minutes. I'm going to have a part 3, and hopefully that'll be it, because that's too much. All right? It's good to know why crypto will be one of accepted invention, just like all the other ones I have mentioned. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Crypto Marie, she does it all, a little bit of everything. Bye.